Hey everyone, Deck Dr. Egman here again with another video. Today is I was given this deck by Tremaine. It's a Shenron. I don't know a really good way to call this, to the rescue. It's like I don't think it's Shenron to the rescue. I'm gonna call it Grandpa Gohan and like the Grandpa Shenron. But the idea is that you do this this chain of bandages, Spike, and then Grandpa Gohan. And then you get this, 35k double strike guy out, and then also you can pump it with the Shenron leader itself, so it's a 45k double strike triple attack. So that's which can come out on as early as turn, like I guess 2, right? But your opponent has to be kind of silly to do that. But yeah, it's really cool. I think it's a really cool chain, and it really, like, honestly, it really inspired me. Like, just this idea for a deck I thought was really cool, and yeah, it really did inspire me. So thank you so much, Tremaine, for suggesting this deck to go through, and I've actually had a lot of fun with this. So thank you so much. So real quick, so Tremaine's version, it's a little bit more aggro-centric. I think it's I don't think it's quite strong enough to win on turn 2 or 3. I mean, you could probably clench out a couple wins, but I think the kind of turn 4 or turn 5 might be where you want to kind of end and win with this deck. So I kept that in mind. I took out the cards that are a little suspect to me. Mega Focus on Goku. This card's really good, actually. Like, it's not like the... Oh, let me see. What's it actually do? Don't look at those cards. Mega Focus on Goku. So for duration of the turn, this gets plus 5k power and can attack battle cards in active mode. So that's not really like the worst. I just didn't think it had enough synergy in the main deck. This deck's unfortunately doesn't have a lot of removal, so I could see this being like some like force removal because of that, and I could see it being good, but I didn't think it was good enough for you saw it anyways. And then also Digging Deep Vegeta, I think he was cool, but I didn't think he would make the cut. And then also Vados Assistance. I don't know why this card was added. I think he was trying to like protect Spike or something that came out when they got Grandpa Gohan. Like when Spike died, you could get Grandpa Gohan out and then use Vados Assistance to get it back into active mode. But I don't think. I don't really think that's worth it. I think Power Burst is better. And then also, I really like this Oblivious Rampage Son Goku. I don't know. I really didn't do a lot of research into this archetype. I just kind of like, oh, look at all these cards. I'm going to make it my own. So, but this is really cool. There's some really cute combos you can do with this card just because it destroys your own battle cards. And so you can enable your chain yourself, and that's really good. So here's the deck that I ended up having. So some big changes that I did was I expected to get to turn 4, so I put 2 world pieces in, and I really ramped into that. So there you have Chain Attack Trunks, which is really cool. I really like this card. I think he's really good in this deck. Being able to get either Fearless Pan or Oblivious Rampage Son Goku out for free. It might be a bit too janky, but I've been liking it so far. So I'm going to continue running it. And then also Shenron, really good. He's actually really good because you can do like untap 2 if you need to, but also even just the get something that's worth 1 or 2 or less is really good because you can get like Baba's champion leader, so you get Baba, and then when you play Baba, you get bandages, and then you get for 1 card you get 3 cards on the field, which is really powerful. What else? I also reduced the rates on all the To the Rescue cards. I put them down to 3 because I think that's enough. You don't want to get too clogged with them. And then also just the 30k, I put this down to 2. You could probably even put it down to 1 if you want, because Grandpa Gohan finds it from either the deck or drop area. But I put 2 just in case one gets stuck in your life. You could definitely play for 1 if you're really scrapped for space. And then Fearless Pan can do like a lot of work in this. Just chain attack into Fearless Pan if you have like a Spike to the rescue on the field. So this is super janky, of course, but if you have this on the field, so it becomes after the first attack, it becomes a 20k double strike, and then if you give it triple attack, so it's a 30k double strike, triple attack, and then it gets plus 9k every time it attacks. It's not once per turn, so you just keep getting big, and you can just do it. It can just be an alternative win condition, which I think is really cool. What else? So we are running 4 power bursts, and so because of that, we're running 2 Kami Global Unifier. This card is really good for a lot of reasons. Just the fact that its simple cycle is good, but also the fact that it KOs your own cards. Choose all your and your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 4 or less, ignoring barrier, and KO them. So you can KO your own stuff, enabling your own combo, and whip the field at the same time. So I think that's really powerful, and I think it's deserves a spot in this deck. So I think that's really cool. Worst case, it's just you draw 1, and then you could also get plus 5k from power burst by having this in your drop area, and then if you have Shenron on the field, you can get this out for free. So you can just, if this is already on your field, you draw 2 cards for free, which is always powerful. So just overall, just a very good card there. I think that's about it. I also ran 3 intensifying power trunks just so we can chain attack if we need to. I'm not running Zeno because I don't think it's needed. And yeah, this was a lot of fun with testing. And let me kind of move to the honorable mentions and kind of side deck cards and stuff like that. So these cards that you didn't see earlier. So the biggest thing that this deck has against it is Dark Power Black Mass Saiyan, just because most of the cards you're playing are through non-keyword skills. So this could be very scary if your opponent has this out on the field and you have to just keep dropping cards whenever you activate. Because it's not even play from the hand, it's just when you play them with 15k or less power. So that's everything. So the only thing it doesn't is with active main's not a keyword skill, yeah. So that can be really scary. So some outs to that are, you can run Oolong's Wish, which is also a desire, which is really good, and you can just draw a card and choose one of your opponent's battle cards. It gets minus 5k power for duration of the turn, so you can just blow up Black Mass Saiyan. So I think that's kind of neat, and since it's a desire, you just get some synergy off that. You can also play Fortune Teller Baba. You have to combo with this card, but when you do, you draw 1 card and you choose one of your opponent's battle cards. It gets minus 5k power for the duration of the turn. So for all intensive purposes, it's the same as Oolong's Wish, except for it's not dead in hand, but you also can't get this from, you don't get the desire stuff for this, but I think Fortune Teller Baba makes a really good counter to Black Mass Saiyan in case you need it. Next up is, the only negative thing about this is that you have to be in an attack, which can be a little bit tricky with Shenron because you can't attack with your leader, but other than that, I think it's okay. Next up is, let's see, so I also thought about the other Dragon Balls as well. I'm just running the 7 standard ones, and I think that's it's never a bad thing just to default with that. Based on your own opinions and stuff, I think the 1-star Dragon Ball can get some use just because you can drop a desire you're not going to use, and you get value back by getting it back to your hand. Or you can always, if you have if you have a bandages on the field but you've got a spike stuck in your hand, you can just use a 1-star Dragon Ball to get into the drop area, and you don't even have to combo with it. So that's really cool. And then there's the 2-star Dragon Ball. This is simply to blow up something that like a Black Mass Saiyan. But even so, it can replace your attack just because you just pay 1 and you blow up something with 2 or less. So that can be really good for energy economy. But it's, I don't know, it's kind of weird putting this in your main deck and then not being able to switch it for matchups that's not as useful for. So there's that. And I also, so I've been thinking about this a lot, but there's Dragon Ball Seeker Bulma. You can choose up to 1 of your Dragon Balls from your deck, place in your drop here, shuffle your deck. So if you really want to awaken really early, and also since you can get this for Power Burst, so you can get some extra value from there, you can drop, if the 1-star Dragon Ball or 2-star Dragon Ball isn't really useful for you in this match, in the matchup you're in, you can just drop it to your drop area with Bulma, and then it's not stuck in your hand, and you get some value for there. So that's just some kind of niche ideas. I'm not sure when to run 1-star Dragon Ball or 2-star Dragon Ball, but I think it can have some benefits for you. Lastly is Dragon Radar. I thought this card could be good just because you could either draw 2 cards, or you can also recycle your desires, which could be helpful. It could even help you awaken, which is nice. It's just an extra card though, so you can run into some trouble having too many of those, especially in this deck. We're not running like a terrible amount, but that's just something I'm always. It feels like such a catch-22 to me in Shenron decks, because you're already running so many extra cards, just like Dragon Balls and Desires. It's hard to justify running a Dragon Radar on top of that, but I think it could be really good too. And what else? I think that's about it. I wanted to show some untapped stuff, so I'll do that in a second. Just some last comments before we head into that. I think it's if you want to run just 2 of everything, I think that's okay. You have to be careful about if 2 of them get stuck in your life, you're kind of like, oh well, I lost. But Baba Champion's Leader really helps you get through there, and especially because it helps you find bandages and stuff. So it's really useful to at least always run 4 of Baba, just because it searches any of these that you need, and it summons bandages for free as well. So and let's run into untap real quick. All right, we're back. So let's look at some of the cheeky stuff you can do with this. So one of the things that I kind of alluded to first is just having Shenron. Shenron's really good in this deck, just because. So let's say you play this for 4. So you get to draw a card, and then also you could just summon a Baba, and then Baba can get bandages from the grave, and then also send like any of the combo pieces you need to your discard area. So you can just put like a spike there, and if let's say you already had a Grandpa Gohan, so that's really powerful just in itself. And then after that, you could just for free activate something like where is it? You could just play World Peace with Shenron's ability, and go from there. Some other cute stuff you can do is just like Chain Attack works well in this deck too, because you can do. Let's see. You can do some crazy stuff with where is it? With Oblivious Rampage Son Goku. So let's say. Can you just put these? Okay, well, these are in my hand now. Say 4 energy. You could do. Oh yeah, okay. This one's a bit more niche just because it's a lot of cards for the setup. Where are my? Do I not have? Oh, I totally don't have Child's Wish, don't I? Do I not have Child's Wish? All right, pretend. Oh, I'll be right. Oh, here they are. Why am I? I'm so blind. Jeez. All right, so let's say you have this Goku there, and let's say you have Pan in there too. So this Goku in general is really good, but let's say like a really cheese combo you could do also. You could tap 2 here, Child's Wish to get Goku out, and then you do the other Child's Wish to get out Pan. So now it's a 20k double strike crit, and then you use Shenron's ability to make it a 30k double strike crit triple strike. Or triple attack double strike crit that can restand 1 more time. So because you can swing with this 3 times, and then you can pop Pan with its ability to get 1 more swipe in. And even like let's say like on top of all that you had like a spike out, because normally I find I have a lot of spike likes to hang out just because my opponent doesn't want to get like the 19k Grandpa Gohan out because they know, oh, I can get really combo womboed really easy with that, so I'll just let that rest mode spike go. But then with also Fearless Pan, you know, it gets up to a 20k double strike as well, and then you can also pop this with yeah, there's just okay. Let me do this full combo. So swing at this, you swing at this guy 4 times. Your opponent's still not dead, so you pop this to get a Grandpa Gohan out in rest mode, and then you can send Gohan with Spike, and let's say we have bandages in my hand. There are bandages in your drop area too, so you send all 3 of those. So now then you just have, just in case, a 35k double strike coming out on top of the 20k double strike, the 4 30k double strike crits, and then you have just one more, just 35k, you know, 40k, whatever, with if you combo again with Pan. So very strong there. And then you could also, like, I guess you don't have to sequence it so Pan gives this an extra 5k, because it always gets double strike with Gohan, or Grandpa Gohan to the rescue. So let me see if there's anything else kind of fancy with this. I definitely think that if you want to take out the world pieces and just have simply Child's Wish and take out the chain attacks as well, just so you can get this super duper combo, I think that's really that's feasible. I don't think that's something I think that's something you can do. There's just a lot of possibilities with this, and it really depends on how you want to end the game. So, but I really like this deck idea. There's a lot of other mini combos that I don't really have time to go over, but there's a lot of cool little niche things you can do, especially with just getting Shenron back. Once again, you can get him, you can get Baba, who gets bandages, and then you can keep going from there. You can even get Spike, and then after you get Spike out, if you have this Oblivious Rampage Son Goku out, you can blow it up, and then you can get the Gohan, and then you just keep going. There's so much recursion going on. You get super big boards, and like even if they play Kami, you don't care, because bandages and Spike summon other things when they get blown up. So it's not like really detrimental to your game plan. It's most of the time it even helps you, because your opponent spent 3 energy to blow up everything and give you bigger, better cards on the field. So there's that. So I think I really implore you guys to test out this deck. It's really cheap. I mean, if you bought like a box of set 5, you probably have all these cards. Probably not 3 Oblivious Rampage Son Goku. I think that's the only card that you might have to like spend $1 on to get, but it's really fun. It's really engaging, and there are a couple hard counters to this deck, but I think it does have some potential for online play, or not online play, but in-depth play as well. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Once again, thank you so much, Tremaine, for this deck idea. I really enjoyed it and had a lot of fun with it. So this is how I ended up being this, and I played this a couple times, and it was a lot of fun, and it seems really powerful too. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.